Hello everyone and how's it going? Today I'm going to film my boss rush. I bet every boss in Warframe except for the Corrupted War, the event bosses and the Stalker. And I just wanted to show it to you. I'm going to beat all of the bosses without commentary. But I will explain the weaknesses of them as soon as I reach any of the bosses. You will see what boss we are fighting on the bottom right of the screen, and I hope I can help some people. I know I'm streaming not that much anymore, or at least at the moment, but next week Payday 3 is coming out and I'm so going to play it, so I try my best to stream it as much as possible because Payday is a game series that I really enjoyed a lot. Yeah, so I'd say that we see us next week. The first boss is the Jackal, and the key to win here is to first shoot at one of his limbs, wait until he finished rotating around, and be aware of the lasers because they can really hurt when you get hit by them. And as soon as he stops spinning around, you have to get close to him and use your Parazon. So you will do a little finisher. After you finished him for one time, there's going to be a cinematic where he switches into the second stage, and you have to do that part 3 more times so that you beat him.
Watch your angles, Tenno. You're running out of cover. Overdrive presets. Watch for increased attack speed. Critically damaged. Finish it off. Well done, Tenno. You have sent a clear message to the Corpus today. Their war profiteering will not go unpunished. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Walkers incoming. Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Ordis has received messages for the operator. No, I have not read them.
I see you!
Assassination contracts are not to be taken lightly. Eliminating this target will have a significant impact on enemy forces. Search the area. Leave no survivors.
If we can avoid alerting them, this might be easier.
Captain Vor has lived under suspicion of possessing Orokin technology that grants him powerful abilities. We cannot allow this. Get to his location and eliminate him. We believe Vor has the ability to teleport. You will need to watch your back.
I see you.
Captain Vor is one of the easier bosses because you only have to shoot him after you dealt a specific amount of damage. He will contain himself inside of a shield, spawning enemies around him.
Stay sharp.
But you do not have to worry about the enemies if you don't want to, because you do not have to kill them so that he stops his shield or that he breaks his shield. You just have to wait a little bit. After a few seconds he will automatically deactivate the shield and teleport away in the normal case. And as soon as his shield pops, you can attack him and just kill him. I think it would take like 3 or 4 charges to kill him. And he's one of the easier bosses that you will meet here.
Let's get out of here. Assassination contracts are not to be taken lightly. Eliminating this target will have a significant impact on enemy forces. Search the area. Leave no survivors.
Bayhek is one of the more annoying bosses you're fighting here, because he's only vulnerable in specific times. The times he is vulnerable is when he starts glowing, like you see here. Then he is vulnerable in his hovercraft form. You will meet him 3 times before the real battle, and in those 3 times you have to shoot him, you have to damage him while he's glowing, and after the 3rd time you're getting into the final area where you also fight him again in his hovercraft form. And after you dealt enough damage to him, he switches into his mech form. The mech form is much easier to beat because it always takes damage and you just have to empty your magazine at him.
You breathing my air! This is unacceptable! I am too important for this nonsense! Finish them off!
Bayhek's plans for complete system domination make him too dangerous. You know what to do.
This is the last stage I was talking about. The entry is always the same. You're rushing through a water pipe and there you will meet him. Like I said, he's one of the most annoying bosses that exist here. I'm so impatient when it's about boss fights, at least when I did them a million times already. And it's so annoying that he always is invulnerable, except for a few seconds. So it really can be a pain when you're playing alone and when you're still new to the game. But just take your time. His Necra form or his mech form is much faster to beat. So you do not need to worry much about that. It's just patience that you need to bring with you.
Thank you, Tenno. It should be a long time before we hear Bayhek's ugly voice again. Now get to extraction. You've earned it. Heads up, a Grineer assault team is headed your way.
down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno. Assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy.
Good. That's fine.
You are nearing Krill's location. Proceed with caution. Eliminating Krill is the only chance for our exposed colony. Krill is highly unpredictable.
Lieutenant Leg Krill is one of the more interesting boss fights because he has a pretty cool mechanic in my opinion. He has a glowing weak point on his back, and you have to hit that weak point, that weak spot, so that he starts charging a ice attack on you. And while he's doing that, he's completely freezing himself, since all the oxygen is dripping out of his coolant cell. And when he's frozen, you can damage him. You cannot deal much damage because he will regenerate or unfreeze after a specific amount of damage, but you have to do it 3 to 4 times. Earlier it was 3 times you had to do it, but I think they changed it because both times I fought him I needed to hit him 4 times in his ice state. And as soon as you hit him 4 times, as soon as you dealt enough damage, he's transforming into his fire form. And in his fire form you can just shoot him, because he has no shield, he has no weak spots you have to hit. Then he's just a normal enemy that you can empty your magazine on.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno. Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Unread inbox messages make me ill.
The VIP that we're hunting is here. Find them and take them out.
This is your most dangerous assassination yet. Captain
Well,
Ford
I
has
did
teamed
not
up
have
with
to
Red
say
Quill to
anything
take you
about
down.
those two. I
Let's
mean,
show
you know the
them your
drill.
true Tenno power.
You bet them both already.
This
Captain
ability can
Bohr
make him
using
a larger
shields
threat.
after he took a
Observe
bit
their
of
attack
damage.
patterns and look for an
And
opportunity to
Lieutenant
pry
Black
a
Krill,
walker.
just shoot his weakness, then he will freeze, shoot him, then he one time he switches into his fire form, and then you can just kill him. You know the drill, just shoot both of them, empty your magazine,
The
and you should be
assassination
fine.
target is here. Wipe them out.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You are surrounded by Grenier Marines.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
The inbox has messages for the operator. Anything about orders in there?
The assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy.
Watch for security systems.
The Zanuka prototype has made Alad V a very dangerous man. If he is allowed to carry out his plans, no Tenno in the system will be safe.
Oh, have you come to make a donation to my newest enterprise? Excellent. Please report to my lab for reconstruction. You have loyalty issues, Tenno. My Zanuka project will fix that for you. Oh, if it's your friends you're looking for, you're welcome to place a bid.
So Salad 5 is a little bit more tricky, because his Zanuka bot has hell amount of shields. So the thing is, you first have to beat Alad 5 shields, so that his Zanuka loses his shields, and shoot the Zanuka dog. If you're only fighting the Zanuka dog, you probably will not beat him.
Target acquired. Take them down.
So first shoot Alad V's shield, then fight the Zanuka dog, or you instantly down Alad V, that's also working,
Assassination contract complete.
and then beat the Zanuka dog while his dog is trying to revive him.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Operator, messages have arrived in your inbox.
contracted you with a mark. You are here to find your mark and eliminate the assigned target. General Sargus Ruck has become a problem for our artifact recovery efforts. Several of our dig sites in this sector have been attacked and annexed by Ruck and his fleet. Take Ruck out.
What flesh is within that?
Ah, yeah, my good old friend Sargus Rook. I always forget about him because I'm not that often on Saturn. But he works similar to Bayhack, so after a few of his actions he reveals a weak spot, symbolized by a blue or white glowing that you can see. And you have to shoot his weak spot so that you can actually damage him. He does not take as much time as some of the other bosses that are invincible. So he's actually an okay boss. He's not very strong. He is, in my opinion, also weaker than some of the bosses you fought before. But all in all, it's a pretty good boss fight, a pretty cool boss fight. I don't know why I play him so rarely. Should do that more often.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Watch yourself. Grineer are on the way.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Operator, messages have arrived in your inbox.
Would you?
Ah, yes, Talragor and Uranus. Actually, a pretty cool idea to use Warframe or Arcwing mechanics for diving. But I always hated to have such a diving section right in the middle of the map because I so often dive the wrong way and just do not find the exit, like in this part of the map.
Tell me. Oh, no. Let me see. When I crack open your head fruit, what color juice spills out?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I'm very excited now. The anticipation.
Talraker is actually a pretty easy boss. I wanted to say bot. A pretty easy boss. The only annoying thing about him, in my opinion, are the maniacs that he's sending towards you. Because they're turning invisible, they're jumping around, they're just annoying, they are invincible while they're invisible, and there's just no fun in them. It's not a problem if you're just fighting one once a while or a few once a while, for example when you're doing a Saturn or Uranus or whatever survival mission and they spawn. But it's still annoying, and that he sends 2 when you're playing solo, and I think up to 4 or 5 when you play in a group. Well, that's Talraker, never fighting alone. But all in one, a nice boss fight. To beat him, you just have to drop his health, and when he spawns his minions, you just have to kill the minions.
Leech, bloody worm!
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work.
The inbox has messages for the operator. Anything about orders in there?
The assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy.
We will put an end to this corpus greed.
Recent innovations in Corpus robotics have led to a surge in production. Their newest animal-like proxy is an unrelenting hunter. Codenamed Hyena, this robot is designed to work in packs. Our operatives have identified at least 4 different variations of the Hyena model, each with a different specialization and arsenal of attacks.
The hyenas are pretty self-explanatory. You're just going in, shoot them, and get out. So you have the chance to fight 2 out of 4
VIP. Time to
hyenas, and I think all of them also drop a mod that all of the other hyenas do not drop. So maybe it's worth it to give it a try multiple times, especially for Loki if you're still missing a
Nice work taking down the
silent
VIP. Now get to
spy
extraction.
frame.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Navigation has been updated with new invasions. Chaos is spreading.
Frogback, you're nothing if not predictable. I bet your advisors begged you to hide Atomos somewhere defensible and undetectable. But you had to show it off, didn't you? As an investor, I must say I don't approve.
Blast? You're the shadow investor? You ingrate. You could have had everything. And now you seek to ruin your mentor's hard work?
Your hard work? I didn't design Animo to be a weapon, and I would have never disabled its governor.
You always were clever, but you never did have vision.
On the contrary, I envision this whole venture will come crashing down around you.
Each Tenno attack on my ambulance has been logged, analyzed, and refactored.
Ah
from our
yes, the
Animo
Ambulance.
project. You
This is a
brought
pretty
these
long
Tenno
boss
to their
fight,
deaths.
so
A terrible
I'm just going to double
miscalculation.
speed
You've
this
learned
part.
nothing from me.
The Ambulas have a pretty interesting mechanic. You have to shoot them and you have to hack them. There is a timer that's counting down, and when the timer hits 0, you win or lose a point based on if you still have the Ambula hacked or not. And there is a thing you can do. Either you're hacking it right from the beginning and you defend it the whole time, which is obviously more fun because you have more to do, or you're waiting for the last few seconds, you shoot the Ambula and then hack it, because then there are no drones coming anymore to reactivate it again, and you're not losing a point, because point of this mission is you hack an ambulance and you have to defend it from the flying drones. The ground enemies normally are not a problem. They will rarely hack the Ambula or try to hack it so that they can get it reactivated. The thing you have to worry about are the flying drones, because they can hack or reactivate the Ambulas from distance. So all you have to do is hack the Ambula and kill the flying drones. That's the point and the key to success.
built the system, Fraud. Instead, you've made death machines. What have they done for you? You fight like your brother. You made your fortune on the backs of others, Fraud. Your hard work is their hard work. You let the burden swing down while the credits trickle up. All we need is one more ambulance to be returned to the dropship. Fire the artillery!
You're done, Fraud. This ends now.
Throw everything at them. They will not take this away from me. They will not win. They've not earned it.
I know this for certain, Fraud. You've earned this. I'm sorry, Animo. Execute the protocol.
What was that? My ship? Ah! Eject the bridge module! Eject it now!
Animo, once my pride and joy has been destroyed. I abandoned the project when I fled the wilderness. I should have known it was too powerful to leave in their hands. The Ambulance proxies...
Alright, those were the Ambula. Just a little spoiler warning. The next two bosses that are coming are boss fights on Ares. If you didn't play the Atlas quest and the Mesa quest yet, you probably should skip this part, or if you're not playing it currently, because you won't have access to those boss fights, and it would be a huge spoiler to the story.
Tenno, I am detecting a synthesis target. Use the synthesis scanner to track the creature.
We've contracted you with a mark. You are here to find your mark and eliminate the assigned target.
Alad V is sick. The infestation has infiltrated his mind. It has him doing its bidding. You're here to stop him, but in doing so, you will also be showing him mercy. The mercy of freeing him from the infestation.
Tenno, why must you always work against progress? I'm trying to bring us all together. Things could have been different if you tried to work with me. You have one more chance. Come to me, and I will show you the magic of this gift. There I go again, giving you too much credit.
So beating Salad Vibes as again. It's not that hard. Every time when he takes off his disc from his neck, from his throat, you can damage him. Doesn't matter if he's throwing it at you, or if he's trying to reflect your bullets, or if he's doing a shield with it. As soon as he takes it off, he can take damage. And when you're playing in a group, you have to be a bit careful, because when he hits you with his disc that he throws at you, he starts mind controlling you, and you start to automatically fire on your teammates, or the other way around. But he's not that hard to beat. It's just patience and empty your magazine.
Nice work taking down the VIP. Now get to extraction.
Heavy infestation ahead.
All right, Hunter. I will reward you should you perform synthesis. Your hunt is finished. Pay me a visit to receive your reward.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Ordis has received messages for the operator. No, I have not read them.
The column's stirring. It knows you are here. I can feel it wake. Find it. The Furliak pods. Is that it? I really thought you would have more. Have you been using them?
What? No. A few, but you said...
That is not enough for him. You are just like all the others. You won't kill the golem. I don't want you to.
Jordas, calm yourself. Cephalon to Cephalon, we are here to help.
I see what you're doing. You came for the parts, just like the others. Greedy scavengers. You do not care about Jordas.
I am beginning to have
A terrible feeling.
some doubts about this mission. What have I got you into?
Feel that? The golem. He's coming. Get into position.
So the Yordles Golem boss. He is consisted of two parts. The first part of the boss fight is killing a Juggernaut. And not no normal Juggernaut, he's a bit bigger and a bit more resistant than the normal Juggernauts. But also quite fair to kill. As soon as you beat him, the mission is changing into an Arcwing mission. You get pulled into the space, and you're fighting the real Yordles Golem. And the way to beat him is you have to shoot the engine on his back, but be aware of flying right behind him, because he's leaving poisonous spores behind him, which can harshly damage you. And you have to be really careful about it if you don't have some kind of protection on your Arcwing. But if you manage that, he does not have the greatest attacks, he's pretty easy to beat. Just be prepared, have a good Arcwing weapon, more or less skilled Arcwing, and then this fight should be no problem.
Multiple targets ahead. There is the assassination target. You know what to do.
Please, end this.
We are endless.
Ordis, you need to know. I lied about Precept 44. I am not the only one. They made me say that to bait you.
There are so many more. Tenno, rip it apart. Lost little things.
Thank you, Operator.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Messages in your inbox, operator. They are not as encrypted as they should be.
This sergeant, one of the beginning bosses, but I put him pretty far at the end, or nearly the end, because he is a very powerful and dangerous boss. You have to be careful because he's using the run and gun tactics, more run than gun, but he could heavily damage you if you have no shield, if you wouldn't have a Warframe, and if you wouldn't have any superpowers. So you have to be really aware of him. He's not that easy to beat because he's turning invisible, still can take damage, but he's turning invisible, and all in all a pretty dangerous being. Did you see how close I bet him? He nearly killed me. And that's why the most people like to play him for like Nightwave missions, do 3 assassination missions or something like that. Just because he is the boss of them all. Great name, the Sergeant. And a great duty that he did have.
Assassination contracts are not to be taken lightly. Eliminating this target will have a significant impact on enemy forces. Search the area. Leave no survivors.
It was difficult to locate the source vector of this sector's infestation, but you are finally here.
Well, last but not least is the Lephantis boss fight. I just remembered that I did not do the Ropellalist boss fight because I forgot it. I will, and the Raptors, I also didn't do the Raptors, but I will do them in a separate video. Lephantis is a pretty decent boss in my opinion. He has a cool mechanic because he has like 3 lives. And you're fighting like 3 enemies at once, but it's also one of the bosses that take their time because you can only attack the separate parts when they're attacking. So you always have to wait until they attack, and it's really annoying to do in a group because I think up to 2 Lephantis parts can attack at once. So when you hit the last stage where you're fighting all 3 parts at once, and you're focusing on one part and the other 2 parts attack and switch back to the one part, and it's so annoying to deal damage to it. So I really prefer doing it alone, but I also can understand if it's too hard for some of you and you rather want to do it in a group, or if you want to do it in a group in case for if you maybe forget something. It's up to you. That's not that big of a problem, right?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Nice work taking down the VIP. Now get to extraction. Multiple biosignatures detected. We've got infested incoming. They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Well, that were all of the bosses that I remembered. I hope I could help some of you out. I hope I could just let you enjoy it. This was just a little let's go through Warframe that I did, because I'm playing Warframe for such a long time already. I think the last time I checked I was at like over 3,000 hours of game time. And I never did something like a boss rush, a boss run. So I just wanted to do that, and I'm pretty happy with my results. It was like a little compilation, for me it was like a little compilation of the whole journey I traveled through while I was playing this game. Through all missions, through all quests, through all whatever experiences that I collected, through all friends that I made, through all relics I opened, warframes I farmed, items I farmed, just everything. And if you didn't know about Warframe, maybe you think about trying it out now. It's such a great game. It has so much to give, so much to show. And it's just great all in all. Thank you all for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it. And then we might see us next week when it's time for Payday 3. Have a great evening, great night, a great day, and enjoy your time. Bye bye.